Hey everybody, this is Kenny. Welcome back to Black Iron Tri. Check out this week's training. I'm on my way to hit the first day of this third week of this build block. Get a nice long swim in. This will mark the last of the build blocks. I have a recovery week next week where it's active recovery. You still work out, but just not as hard, to let your body have a chance to absorb the training that you've done up to this point. And then we're into peak training. So it's getting close. We are at 9 weeks, 6 days till IRONMAN California. So we're in the single digits. It's getting real. So hang in there with me. Let's get through this week of training. As always, you don't have to be the fastest, just be fearless. This workout is all about endurance. The warm-up alone is 1,200 yards. The main set is a mix of freestyle and pulls for a total of 3,600 yards with a 200-yard cool down for a total of 4,000 yards. This is about the length of a swim in a full Ironman. I usually add about 10% as freestyle and pulls to get the equivalent of a meter pool workout. Today that meant an additional 400 yards, so big day. Hey Black Iron, it's Kenny E. I was supposed to lead this off with telling you we're doing an interval workout on the bike today. I got right into it and forgot. So we're more than halfway through the workout, but that's today's workout. It's a bike interval. It's that famous Ironman pyramid, and then also we got some strength work later on today. Let's go. You may notice that my legs are moving pretty much to the beat of the music that's playing. This is not an accident. Although I'm not playing the music that I'm actually listening to due to copyright rules on YouTube, it does match the rhythm of 180 beats per minute. This helps me keep a cadence of 90 revolutions per minute on the bike, which is where I feel most efficient on regular rides. I use the same tactic for running and for rides that require a different cadence. This helps train your muscle memory to operate in efficient cadences. Some sports watches come with integrated metronomes for the same purpose, but when training indoors, this music keeps me motivated and moving at my sweet spot speeds. Hey everybody, that's going to do it for today. I'll throw the important stats up on the screen here. Interesting thing about riding indoors, unless you're doing a true ride, if you're doing something that's power-based, and you're using a smart trainer, distance doesn't matter because you can set your gears to wherever, and the trainer will match the power that's required. So the distance will vary depending on where your trainer is set. So I'll throw the stats up on the screen here later. And for now, time to find something cold to drink and get a few hours rest before we do our strength workout tonight. All right, be fearless. Hey, Black Iron, this is Kenny, getting ready for another big run, big interval run. Gonna get this in, and we're all set up. Got the Zwift ready, got the tablet ready. We just need to get run ready. All right, warm-up's done. Let's get to it. Like with the bike workout, I'm using music to help keep my cadence. This time the target is 170 beats per minute or steps per minute. This has really helped with me running longer distances more comfortably than the 150 steps per minute I used to use. Hey everybody, Kenny E, Black Iron. Just wrapped up today's run workout, interval workout. It was 6.5 minute hard intervals with 6 easy or not as hard intervals with a warm up and a cool off. Take a look at the stats. Put in an hour, got in 6.5 miles. Run time 58, walk time a minute. I walked part of the last rest session. Wasn't quite able to finish up the full last interval, but overall, good workout. Sometimes I wonder if these coaches put workouts in and say, let's see if they can finish it. And if you don't, well, you definitely get a good workout in trying. Anyway, that'll do it for today. We'll see you next time. This is Kenny signing off. Remember, be fearless. Hey everybody, this is Kenny with Black Iron Tri. This morning we're going to get in another bike torque workout. This is where you produce a lot of power on the bike, but at a slow cadence. This helps to build up your leg strength and is helpful in climbing hills. Got some stories about training over the winter and showing up, being able to climb hills the next summer after doing these kinds of workouts. Anyway, believe this is the last one in my plan before the race. So I got them all in, even though they were labeled optional. I got them all in except for one. So really excited about wrapping this up. And then today is Thursday, so it's a long day. We've got a swim and a strength workout today later. So let's get busy. Here again, after the warm-up at a higher cadence, I'm using music to help me keep a steady cadence at around 60 RPM. The music itself is at 120 beats per minute. This workout builds leg strength and is great for indoor training for hill climbing. All right, folks. That's one workout down and two to go on this Thursday. Got the bike torque workout finished. Now I'm going to take a couple of hours to grab some breakfast, shower, and then head over to the pool to get some interval training in. All right, let's keep it going. Two more workouts to go. Hey, everybody. It's Kenny, Black Iron Tri. We are on our way to today's swim for our second workout of the day. Some threshold efforts totaling about 2,600 yards. So let's go ahead and get this in. And then later on, we have a strength workout, which we'll do later this afternoon. All right, let's go. I thought I'd show you a couple swim drills that I do as part of my training. In this one, I'm doing a training version of the doggy paddle. This helps swimmers work on their catch phase of their swim. I use a snorkel so I don't have to turn my head out of the water to breathe, since with this exercise, I lose the motion and momentum of my arm leaving and re-entering water. The arms stay below the water surface for the entire drill. This next drill is called sculling. In addition to a snorkel, I use a pull buoy so I can disengage my legs but still keep them somewhat buoyant. Here, the swimmer moves their hands in front of them in sort of a figure eight motion to propel themselves through the water. This drill helps give swimmers a better feel for the water and how it behaves around their hands. This is a slower exercise, so patience is key, but it is a staple drill for beginners and pros. Hey folks, this is Kenny E from Black Iron Tri. Just finished up a 2,600 yard swim, threshold, which Z4, zone 4, which if you watched a couple of my earlier videos, you know what that means, up near the limit there. Anyway, got that finished. And as I was wrapping it up, I remembered that they have approved the Chicago River swim in September. And yes, I will be doing it. I will be in the Chicago River swim, being sponsored by the ALS Foundation. My good friends Mark Donahue and Katie Fritz will also be doing the swim. They're doing the 2-mile version. I'm doing the 1-mile version. I'm just there for the experience. Anyway, I know some folks think we're crazy for doing it. That's all right. We think it's being fearless. This is Kenny E signing off for Black Iron Tri. Be fearless. Good morning, folks. This is Kenny with Black Iron Tri. On Saturday morning, I am doing things a little differently today. I am exhausted. This training for Ironman is tough. So now normally at this time on Saturday, I'd be more than an hour into a ride. I am still doing a long ride today, but I'm going to do it at home, which has its own challenges. So right now, I'm out here having coffee with my wife, something we normally do every morning. And normally don't do on Saturday morning when I'm training. But today, I was exhausted yesterday. That was my rest day, and I did get my rest in. This morning, I was also dragging. So we're gonna do something a little different and challenge the brain as well as the body to get this workout in. All right, let's go. Hey everybody, today we're doing things a bit different. We are going to do today's long ride, Saturday ride, indoors. This training's been tough. My body yesterday said, dude, lay down. I got a nice long nap. Yesterday was my rest day, Friday. I got a nice long nap. And then when I went to bed, I slept for 8 hours. I did not get up like I normally would to go ride outside in the middle of the dark. I stayed in bed until I woke up. And I got, my watch says I got 7 hours and 55 minutes of sleep, which is rare for me. And I scored a 90 out of 100 sleep score, which is also rare for me. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take that signal from my body that I needed to rest. And I'm gonna try to get this long ride in. Some benefits to riding indoors on a long ride. Obviously, you don't have to pack as much stuff. You get to not have to necessarily get ready the night before. I'm under no schedule pressure today other than to get this ride in. So we're gonna make it happen indoors. Also, most coaches and trainers will say riding indoors is harder than riding outside because you are spinning the whole time. There is no point where you coast. So in general, they say that you can do an indoor ride for shorter time than an outdoor ride and get a similar benefit. All of that is great. I'm gonna go for the full 4 hours and 50 minutes today. We'll see how far we get. But then, despite all those benefits, most athletes will tell you riding indoors versus outdoors, especially on long rides, hours long, it sucks. It's not fun. You don't have the outdoor stimulus. It's like I said, you are spinning the whole time. And you don't get to practice things like bike handling and what have you. It is good training. Training indoors is great training. You get evenness in your power output. I'm going to be using the ERG feature on my Training Peaks Virtual, which will control the resistance that I'm putting out. You don't have to switch gears, things like that. No worries about crossing streets and avoiding people's children running out into the bike path. You just get on your bike and you pedal. But overall, outdoor is generally preferred just in terms of enjoyment. I am going to be watching a documentary, but it's my favorite musical artist, Billy Joel. He's got a documentary on HBO. I've already seen it, but it's 2 parts and it's somewhere in the 4 to 5 hour range. So I'll get to watch the whole thing again, or somewhere close to it, during this ride. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now and get busy. I'm already working up a sweat and get this ride in. I'll check in with you guys every hour to see how things are going. This is Kenny E with Black Iron Tri, being fearless. All right, folks. Got a little over an hour in. First hour down. Time to switch up bottles and keep it moving. Still a long way to go. But 1 hour down. Feeling pretty good. We'll see what 2 hours feels like. Catch you in a few. Okay, folks, we got 2 hours in. I have refilled all my bottles. I'm getting ready to get into this third hour, which includes a couple of hard intervals. So I'll switch from my documentary to some music so I can focus. Anyway, feeling it now. Still got a ways to go. Does make a difference when you can't coast. All right, let's go. All right, everybody. That is a little over 3 hours in, and those two intervals took a lot out of me. I'm gonna do one more I can here. I don't think 450's in the cars today. I've forgotten how much harder it is to ride inside. Anyway, gonna wrap it up here for video. We'll take a look at some stats maybe later, maybe. Kind of embarrassed by these, but definitely got 3 hours in. It says I burned 2,000 calories. And mileage really doesn't matter on indoors because all the variables, you got your app controlling your power and what have you. But according to the app, on the app I went 59 miles, 1,700 feet climbing, which ain't bad. I couldn't give up on this thing. I should have. I didn't. Was determined to get a few more minutes in. So we are at about 3.5 hours now. I had forgotten just how hot this garage is as well. Especially when your wife pulls in with a hot engine car. It knocked the temperature up in the garage about 20 degrees. So I'm really gonna call it now. And stop here at about 3.5 hours. Whew. It's a good workout. Just not the 450 that the workout called for. You got some interesting conditions here. Kenny signing off. At least I think so. Hey everybody, Kenny here, Black Iron Tri. About to get on the old treadmill today. The treadmill, gonna run indoors. Got a long run workout here, shooting for a bit over 2 hours. See what we can get in. Sticking close to home today. Going to have a birthday dinner celebration here for my wife. It's just be her second dinner celebration this week, but having guests over for this one. So anyway, let's get this workout in. No rest, no excuses. Got to get it in. This is the last big workout of this block. And then next week, we've got a recovery week with 3 tests, fitness tests thrown in to do some benchmarking. All right, let's get this done. Kenny E out. All right, folks, we achieved the overall goal for the day, a 1/2 marathon, 13.1 and some change miles. All right. Ooh, Lord. I am cooked. That's the end of a big run, at the end of a big week, at the end of a big block. We got a recovery week next week, which we have earned. Get some benchmark testing in and keep it moving. So for this week, this block, is Kenny gonna sign off. And I'll see you on Fearless Friday. And remember, although we may not be the fastest, we shall always remain fearless. See you soon.